Good morning, students. How are you all? Had your breakfast? Eat good, stay good. Okay? Eat healthy, stay healthy. Right? If you eat good food, healthy food, your immunity will increase. If you improve your immunity level, it will be useful for you to fight with any types of viruses. Right? The current situation which we are facing, the pandemic, corona, you can easily fight with the uh, good immunity level. So eat good and healthy food, right, children? Okay. Now in the last class we have before class we have started new chapter, that is energy from the sun. So in that we have studied that how the sun is the main source of energy. We get energy from the sun in the form of heat and light, right? So this energy is useful to all living creatures, right? The planet Earth, the life on the Earth is existing because of the energy, and how this is responsible for the birth of many living creatures, rainfall, and winds, right? This all we have studied in the last class. In the last class, we have also studied that different places have different temperature. As the curvature of the earth, the shape of the earth is in spherical, so because of the curve, we do not receive equal amount of solar energy on throughout the places, right? So different areas they receive different regions they receive different level of energy, right? In places near and far, near the equator, they have high energy, they receive more insolation, heat, they receive more heat. And the places far away from the equator, like in the polar regions, the temperature is very less, right? Because of the distance between the sun and the poles is far. So because of that, the energy received by those the temperature received by those areas also varies, right? So this we have studied in the last class. Along with this, we have also studied about the maritime and continental climate, right? The places which are near the water bodies, seas, oceans, rivers, they have different types of climate. And the places which are far in the country, in the interior of the country, they have different types of climate, right? This we have studied in the last class. Okay, children? And we have also studied that height and temperature, right? The altitude increases, temperature decreases. Plains, plateaus receive more amount of insolation than hilly areas, right? So we have also discussed that earth's surface first gets heated, then the heat is radiated back by the earth land, by the landmass, into the atmosphere, because of which atmosphere gets heated, right? So this heating of atmosphere again will cause the low pressure and responsible for the rainfall, right? So this all we have studied in the last class. So now let us continue the lesson, children, with the new topics. Today you will study about the inversion, temperatures in places near and far from the equator, about the temperature maps, and why is it not cooler in winter, right? So let us start first with the inversion. What is inversion? Right, children? You have seen it during the winter season, right? How is the weather in winter season? Very hot? No, it is cool. Why? Can you tell me why the winters are cool and why the summers are hot? Yes, because in summer you can see the temperature is very high, right? And the day duration is also long during summer. And during winter season, the day durations are short, right? Days are short and nights are longer in winter season, right? So because of this, because of shorter days in the winter season, the insulation, the insulation by the earth is less. As already in the next chapter you will study about the occurrence of seasons. During that time, in that concept, you will learn how this winter season is occurring, and why winter we have winter, right? So during that time I will explain you in detail, but right now you remember, in winters, because of the shorter days, the insolation is less, okay, and the longer the nights are very longer in winter season. So whatever insolation has been done by the earth during the daytime will be radiated back very quickly during the night time. As the nights are too longer, the temperature decreases very low. Okay, so because of the low temperatures formed on the earth's surface itself, the water vapor moisture present in the, actually the amount of humidity, the amount of water vapor, the humidity will be very less during the winter season because of the less temperature during the daytime. Okay, so whatever moisture is present in the air, because of this longer nights and because of this quick insolation, because of the quick radiation during the night time, the moisture whichever is left over on the earth's surface changes into small water droplets form because of the severe winter, okay, severe cold. Okay, so there is no need for the air to rise and to condense there. That process takes place on the surface of the earth itself. You might have seen during the winter season on the leaves, wires, on the vehicles, mirrors, outside you can see small drops, water droplets. Yeah, what is that? That is dew, right? So this happens on the ground surface itself, on the earth surface itself, without reaching to the atmosphere, right? Without reaching the height. So this process is called inversion. Is that clear to you all? So because of the longer nights and because of the quick radiation, the moisture in the air condense on the earth's surface itself, right? Without reaching the atmosphere, height of the high atmospheric level. So this process is called inversion. You next time, now after this rainy season you will have winter season. You can experience this inversion process during the winter season, especially in the month of January, right? January is the coldest winter month in our country, India, right? Actually winter season starts from November, December, January, and it lasts up to February, but January is the coldest month. December, January are the coldest months in our country, right? Okay, so hope you all understood this inversion process. Shall we move to the next concept? Yeah, the next concept is temperatures in places near and far from the equator. What do you mean by temperature in places near and far from the equator? What is temperature? Yeah, the amount of heat or cold of a body, of an object, of an area is of any place is temperature, right? We use thermometer to measure the temperature of that place, right? So near the equator temperature is different and far from the equator temperature is different. We have studied about the climatic zones, children. If you remember in your previous classes you have studied about the climatic zones. The temperature in the torrid zone from Tropic of Cancer to Tropic of Capricorn, including equator. So this zone we call it as tropical zone. The temperature in this tropical zone is very high. When you cross the tropical zone, when you cross this tropics, temperate zone starts. So there you find the change in the climate again. And after 66.5 degree, you will enter the freezing zone. There you will find the difference in the temperature. This all happens because of the curvature of the earth, because of the shape of the earth, because of the spherical shape. Once the latitudes start increasing from equator towards the north pole in north and towards the south pole in south, the temperature decreases because the distance between the sun and and the earth start increasing. Once the once the distance between the equator and the sun start increasing, the temperature starts decreasing. As the latitudes increase, temperature decrease, right? So equatorial regions are very hot because the distance between the sun and the equator is very less. Because of that, equatorial regions are very hot on the earth. There you have very high temperature, right? You have studied in the last concept Libya, Africa. These are the hottest places, right? Azizia in Libya have recorded the highest 58 degrees Celsius temperature, right? So from this zone, as you move high in the north and south pole, the temperature start decreasing. Okay, children. So far away from the equator, that is in the north pole and the south pole, the temperature decreases because of the distance. Because of the distance increase between the sun and the earth, temperature also decreases. Is that clear to you? So you find variations in the temperature in all the three climatic zones, right? So because of these variations itself, the climate has been divided into three zones, that is tropical zone, temperate zone and frigid zone. Is that clear to you all, children? Okay, the next concept is temperature maps. You have seen in your atlas different types of maps, right, which we call as thematic maps. An atlas is a book of collection of different maps with the different themes, which we call them as thematic maps. So in that atlas you have studied about the temperature maps also. Once you go through the atlas, you will find the temperature map. If you look for your own country India temperature map, you will find different differences in the temperature. For example, the South India states like Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, your Maharashtra, Karnataka, Telangana have different temperature, and states in the north like Jammu Kashmir, your Himachal Pradesh, Haryana, Uttarakhand, they have different temperatures. So you find differences in the temperature, and this is denoted with the help of different colors. You can see the colors. This map is shaded with different colors, and if you look at the index, you can find out that which color indicates how much temperature, what temperature that area exactly having during the winter or during the summer season. So in this way, temperature maps will help you to study the temperature of that particular place, okay, for our country or for the entire world. Now next is why is the north cooler in winter? You have seen, children, especially in our country India, North India is cooler than South India. Can you tell me the reason why? Yes, because the Tropic of Cancer latitude passes through the middle of India. Have you seen the map of India? Right? So this because this Tropic of Cancer divides India into two, north and south. So the South India lies in the tropical zone and the North India lies in the temperate zone, right? So this South India, as it lies in the tropical zone, here you find a high temperature. As it is near to the equator, the temperature, the amount of heat insulated in these areas is very high compared to the northern India. Just now I told you, once the latitude increases from equator to north pole, there is decrease in the temperature. Once you cross the Tropic of Cancer, you enter the temperate zone where the temperature is not too hot, not too cool. So this temperature start decreasing. Okay, that is one reason, and the another reason is because of the influence of Himalayas in the North India. Okay, the temperature is cool in the winter season, as they are almost the states of Himachal Pradesh, Jammu Kashmir, they are covered with this Himalayan mountains. You find cool climate in the winter season. and because of the temperate zone, as these states, as this North India lies in the temperate zone, you find change in the temperature in North India compared to the South India. Right, children? In this way, this factor temperature brings difference in the life of the people. Okay, you find change in the lifestyles of the people, their dressing, their business, their food style. Okay, so based upon the temperature, people eat different food. Like cold places, people prefer eating more hot items. Okay, they want to keep their bodies warm, so they wear warm clothes. And the people who are living in the south, in the hot regions, they prefer cool items to keep their body cool. They wear cotton clothes. Okay, so to keep their body cool during the hot summer, right? So in this way, not only this, children, you find a variation in the crops. Okay, so in summer, you in areas where the temperature is high, you find crops, difference in the crops. For examples, mangoes. Okay, everyone like mangoes. So you find mangoes in tropical zone, not in the temperate zone. Whereas apples, right? You find it in the cool places, in the temperate zone and not in the tropical zone. So in this way, you find change in vegetation, change in cropping agriculture, change in the industries, change in the lifestyle, food habits, dressing style, everything. Okay, so this factor temperature is related with the many aspects. It is responsible for the occurrence of rainfall. Okay, equatorial regions, they receive high temperature and they receive very high amount of rainfall because of more evaporation. Okay, so in this way you find differences in many aspects because of the factor temperature. Hope you all understood this lesson, children. Right? Any doubts, you can call me. In the last class I have shown you how you can record the maximum and minimum average temperature, monthly temperature on the graph. I want all of you to complete those graphs and complete improve your learning question answers also. Any doubts, please you can call me, children. Okay, hope you all understood the lesson. Read the lesson, right? The coming lessons, not only in your class 8, in the class 9th and 10th, many lessons are based upon this chapter. So everyone read this lesson, understand what is maritime climate and continental climate, about land and water relationship. Okay, how the winds, this phenomena of winds of land and water relationship bring changes in the temperature, how the temperature get affected because of these water bodies. That all we have studied in this lesson. Please go through the lesson, read the lesson carefully, and any doubts, please call. Right, children? Okay, thank you. Bye. Take care. Stay home. Stay safe. In the next class, we will start with the new lesson, that is Earth movements and seasons. Thank you.